Well, that's not entirely accurate. That's not entirely accurate. We're not starting in 0 seconds. We're starting now. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Coding Things IRL stream. Just getting started right now. Had a little bit of a late start today, but that's okay, because it's a Sunday and we're not in a hurry. Good thing too, because nothing is working right. What's going on, everybody? Alright, good. The mic is on. Not one of those days. Let's get this going, huh? Excuse me. Let's get this going. Awesome. I can't wait. All right. I think I'm almost ready. All right. Officially starting time. All right. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Adam. My channel is called Coding Things IRL because that is what I do. Live here on stream right before your very eyes. Most of the time, sometimes I'll do one or two things behind the scene. And speaking of behind the scene, I want to give a major shout out to my beautiful wife, Cassie, who I love very much and who makes all of this possible. She runs my Discord, she runs my Twitter. None of this would be possible without her. So Cassie, thank you. I love you so much. Okay. On today's episode, we are going to be having a short episode. We are going to be making some shapes. We already have some shapes, so that's why it's going to be short. Let's get the old Lite Brite program going. There it is. Quick, huh? And let me show you the new features. So yesterday, major breakthroughs. Erasing pegs. I hold control and then I can erase part of the pegs. And you can use this kind of creatively. Well, there's bugs. There's bugs. Bugs will be addressed in a different way, but you can take the shapes and you can make other shapes out of them. The easiest with the bug, the easiest way to demo that would be like this. So we just make a rectangle, not too big, and then we just make 4 sections like that, and then hey, now we have a hollowed out, I mean, kind of looks like an O. 4 sections on the other side. You can do the exact same thing. Oops. Control Z. I don't know why that looks different. Oops. Control Z doesn't work on deleting yet. That has to be an issue that I make. There we go. That's a little better. What, 3 and 2? And then I just usually get frustrated and just opt for this. There we go. And now I have to be mindful because the deleting doesn't work after I click the UI. That's a bug. But we can get little eyes there. Kind of looks like SpongeBob, huh? And yeah, what? A little smiley face. Probably like there. It's gonna end up being too low. Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah. A little off, but whatever. Oh, the control does still work. The deleting. That's great. It's got to be smaller. Two little nose points. Beep and boop. Yeah. We can make the nose. We can start to make the nose with a little circle. An unfilled circle. That doesn't look like anything. I gotta fix the circles. And then just a little smaller one there. Rectangle. Okay, you have to click once and then it works. How about that? then we'll use the point to fill those little points in. Nice, happy little Lite Brite art. That is the worst nose I've ever seen, I'm not gonna lie. It would be better just without the nose, right? What do you think? I think it would be better without the nose. Or like something like this. Boop, there's the nose. Because of the way the circles work, we could actually give him some pretty crazy hair. Let's shrink that down a little bit, about half the size. Actually, we'll use a rectangle for this. Rectangle is just more accurate. There we go. Oh, I can't remove those. That's another bug. That's not good. And then I just erased my guy. We can restore him. We can make him better. I don't know why that was Sean Connery, but yeah, I'd say I'm pretty pleased with the experience that I'm having right now. Is it the best art in the world? No. But I mean, it's pretty. It looks, you can tell what it is. For me, you can tell what it is good enough. We'll fill in a little bit more of the hair. We'll say it's like a dorky girl with her hair all kind of like messed up. Top it all off with a big circle, unfilled. Get the radius right. A little bit bigger. Really, it should be a damn oval on the ellipse. You know what? That's gonna have to be good enough. It looks weird like that. I'll Control Z that. We can smooth those out. At least I think we can. No, I guess we can't with the circle. Yeah, that's a bug. I'm gonna name her Susie. Looks like a Susie to me. What do y'all think? Well, bye-bye, Susie. Bye-bye, Susie. Susie's dead. We had to kill her to make room for more Susies. Alright, how about a triangle? How about a triangle? Sorry. Alright, a triangle. What's going on with that? So we have shapes here. I'm looking at add circle being one of those shapes. So we must just add another function. I don't know. radius of a triangle? No. No, I don't think so. I want it to have a height and a width, to be honest. And I know geometry enough to know that it's 1/2 width times height to make the isosceles triangle that I want. Right? What else do you need? I mean, we're going to have some fixed variables like angles and stuff, I think. It's going to be a fixed isosceles triangle. That's all we're going to offer at this point, I think. We'll see how easy this is and move on from there. So, a fixed isosceles. I couldn't spell that if I tried. Not radius, bro. Where's the rectangle? This is what I want. This is what I want. Interesting. So, add triangle. This is the line that I want. I don't need radius, bro. Ooh. Should we do that for triangle? Yeah, maybe. I think I have to modify like a switch statement or something. Half height, half width. I don't know about half height, but half width we definitely need. I don't think I'm gonna end up with a damn triangle, to be honest. Doesn't look like it. Alright, but then we have to add it to our shapes array here. I think that's all we have to do for now. Let's see if that works. So on our list now we can select triangle, give it a little bit of girth, and yeah, that's not going to be a triangle at all. Yeah. So how are we going to make a triangle? How are we going to make that triangle? We have a continue here. And that continue should probably be, we should probably be continuing a little bit more than we are. But so when we create the triangle, we start from the top, filling pegs in. Okay. For the first row, we're only going to be filling in the center peg. So the one that we want, the function that we want is the y number. We want the y number. And that's it. The function of the y should be able to return which rows that we have. So if we have 0 for y, yeah. If we have 0 for y, we only have 1 peg. So I don't know exactly what that function is going to look like. But I mean, it's just like, yeah, we do need the width and the height, and then we also need the y. I don't know what this is. No. So Yes, this is correct. So what does this say? If y equals 0 or height, or y equals height minus 1, then we return an array with a single x in it, and the x is a number between 0 and the width. But this should be returning the positions. Aditya, good to see you. Today we're working on the Lite Brite game again, and we're adding shapes. Currently we're trying to add triangles. Last time we added this little feature, which is super cool because you can make shapes very easy now, and it's a lot of fun to use. So yeah, that's what we're working on. Triangle right now though. So this loop that was given to me by Copilot is going through the rows and the columns, and it's returning a number between 0 and the width in an array like this. It's not exactly what I want. It kind of literally interpreted what I said. But I think what we want is to build like a range. And the range is going to be, if we have 0, then we get the midpoint. So I think in any of these equations, we would be getting the midpoint. That right there. So I think that we don't want to floor it right away. We want to create another. By the way, these are constants. This should be made into a constant. I believe it's better. Tomorrow is your mid-sem and you're watching me. You need to be studying. Do you think you're going to pass? How do you think you're going to do? How are you feeling about the midterm? Midterm, right? Mid-sem. I assume that's what that is. It's a test. You take a test. Okay, so the mid is equal to width divided by 2, and then what we want to do is const mid is 2 equal to that right there. And then this is kind of a verbose way of doing this. We'll go if mid is 2. I don't know. We'll figure out what to do with mid is 2 inner loop. I think that's enough. Okay. Come on, Copilot. Hey, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I need it to be... Let me think. Maybe I can just integrate this as the loop here. You know what I mean? Let's do that. Let's try to do that. I'll just prompt it by making these two variables. And hopefully it will... No, it doesn't have it right. That's okay. Just a little bit further prompting. And I honestly think that we can get through this. So we need a loop. Yeah, we do need those two loops. So all we need to do to prompt it really... let me comment this, delete this. All we really need to do is to prompt it is begin typing that if y equals 0, and then if x equals mid. That's a very verbose way of doing that, but that's okay. Absolutely going to be repetitive. I'm just curious to see what that does. I don't think that these returns are correct. Yeah, I don't think these returns are correct. We're looping through a square essentially, and then we are. Do I want to see streamers get naked? No, I don't. Absolutely, I don't. How do I do this? How do I get rid of this? I don't even know how to delete this on Twitch. That might be my last straw for Twitch, if I'm being honest. It's just kind of scummy. That kind of tears it, to be honest. You are scummy, sir. Particularly just because I have to figure out how to freaking get rid of this message now, because I don't want this smut on my stream. Thanks. Thanks a lot, brother. You've done me a solid, brother. Thanks for that. And thank you, Twitch, for harboring such a wonderful environment like this. How the freak do I even get rid of this stupid... I'm about to just end it with Twitch. Yep. I can pin it. I can reply. And that's it. Okay, there we go. Mod icons. Yeah, alright, sweet. Delete that. I don't want to ban anybody. I don't care. Like, just don't do that in my chat. It's not the place. Alright. College faculty always force us to study academic things, not give us projects. It's very bad. Yeah, I mean... I don't know if you're in the United States. That's how it is here in the United States. Or it was when I went to school. It was... I mean, I think school used to be kind of hands-on, but when I went to school, it was not hands-on. It was all testing and very test-oriented. You were just spend your time preparing for the next test, basically. So just making good test takers. Yeah, I don't like this. So, try to do this differently. It's doing literally what I said, but let's see. We'll do, instead of this, is that really going to be it? I can try that. Yeah. I kind of like that, honestly. I kind of like that. Let's try that. Let's try that optimistically. What? Still looks like a rectangle to me, huh? Let's see. Yeah, triangle. You are from India. Greetings. It's nice to have you, honestly. Sir, one day I meet you and we make a kind of game or something. Out of the box things. Yeah, absolutely. Join up on the Discord, too. I'm looking for new work. And, you know, when this project's done, I have another project lined up. And then maybe I'll be free for another project. But I should warn you that I'm a father and a businessman, so I operate on money and value. So, for me to work with you, you would have to bring value to the team. And we would have to be able to make money. Currently, I'm not making any money doing this, but I plan to. I have children to raise. I'm not greedy. I have to feed my children. But yeah, no, that sounds great. Especially if you join with the Discord, you can start posting there, and we can discuss things if you want. So yeah, the link is on YouTube if you want to do that. Okay, so this is obviously not a triangle, and let's see. Let's go there. Were we updating the wrong section? Here, hold on. We're doing a lot wrong today. Yeah, that's a rectangle. So, I mean, do we have a... Oh, look at that. That is a T. You know what? I like the T. I like the T. Wait, hold on. I like the T. Means you are currently unemployed. No, I am not unemployed. I'm employed as a software engineer. A level 2 software engineer. I work for a blood bank. Yeah. And I do this on the side. So no, not unemployed. Maybe I used a poor choice of words. I like the T. I like the T. But it's not a triangle, you know? It's not going to work. It's close. It's getting close. Oh, you're kidding. No, I'm absolutely not offended. I'm absolutely not offended. You cannot offend me, honestly. You can piss me off, but you cannot offend me. Piss me off means make me mad, if you're not familiar with that term. But yeah, no, I'm not offended at all. You have every right to ask questions like that, and I have every right to answer them or not answer them. And I'm happy to answer them, and you will not offend me. I guarantee you. I am the unoffendable. Try me. Maybe don't. Okay. Okay. This is a T. Let's say that this is not a T. Follow me here. Let's say this is a rectangle. Like this. Does that make a rectangle? Actually, you know what? First of all, let's add it to the proper function. Add triangle. Triangle. I'm trying this angle to make a triangle. You feel me? Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, right. Right. I modified the add row. Okay, cool. So right there. No. Right here. Oops. Not that. Get out of there. Here. We modified this to do this instead. And I thought that was going to give us the whole thing, but apparently not. It must be this part. I really don't know, but whatever. Let's see, triangle. Okay, cool. Now we have our rectangle. Now, why did I do a rectangle? Because I want to see something. I don't know. What do I want to see? Oh, I wanted to see it fully constructed before it's deconstructed. So now we can just start playing with this, adding different parts of it, and we'll see if we can make it work. Alright, so let's return this back to its original state, almost, except for this commented out. What is this gonna do? What is this going to do for a triangle? Is it going to break? Let's put it back to its original integrity. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. Alright, triangle. There we go. So now it's that T again. The part that's wrong about this is this should be if y equals height minus 1, first of all. Or so I thought. Or so I thought. So, not that? I mean, because what I thought was for the full row, you know what I mean? For the full row, it has to be at the bottom. It has to be at the bottom. How's that going to work? I can think of ways to make this work. Not all of them are great. All right, let's put back the T. So what are we passing in here? Doesn't seem like the right stuff. Width, height, Y. Yeah, that's the right stuff. Seems like the right stuff. I think it looks, you know, it's named the right stuff. And there's my T. What happens when I make it really wide? It just keeps, like the line at the top just keeps getting longer. Liner. Very crudely, we can turn this upside down by decrementing the loop. It would have to be decrementing the Y loop, right? And then we'd have to set this to height minus 1, and then this would have to be greater than or equal to 0. And now do we get that upside down T that I thought we would get? Some kind of weird, like, hate symbol? No? Hold on. Hold on, what is that? What is that? Come on. Y equals height minus 1, yeah. And y is greater than or equal to 0 and y minus minus. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? I don't know. Okay. That doesn't work. Another way we could do that is by subtracting this from height, like that. I think it would have to be height minus 1 minus that, like that. Yeah. I believe that's it. And isn't believing good enough? No, it's not, apparently. So if we get like a direct error at the top of this. No. That's the most annoying thing about this whole thing, is debugging just sucks. Like, I just have to know. I have to just know where it's going wrong. And that's the worst kind of programming. Truly bad. Oh, look. See that right there? Actually, no, that's not even it. Okay, so I can only pass in Y for this to work. Or something like that, right? Maybe I must have broken it somewhere else then. This is always fun when you don't know where you broke it. Let's try to get it back to normal. Back to the T. That's a rectangle. That's a T. Alright, well, I'll just work in the rectangle function for now. We will remember that the rectangle is a triangle, right? Alright, so we tried subtracting height minus 1 minus y, and what is that going to break it again? Can't get my hands to work right today. Oh, look. It works. Okay, cool. Great. It's not necessarily what we want to do, though. We don't want to pass in all that. We just want to pass in the y. The function, this function should be smart enough to be able to get the right rows. All right, well. No, yeah, well. Subtract 1 if it's even. Yes. Is it a quarter to get the start of the row? Yeah. Start from the midpoint. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, we broke something. What's the dealio? Oh, please be a real error that I can read. Well, at least that tells me exactly what the problem is. That's great. Alright, well, does it work now? No, that's not great. What's the dealio? Home would be nice. Home would be nice if it worked. So we need to let row outside of that loop so that we can return it outside of that loop. We need to let it out so that we can let it back in. It's the ugliest damn triangle I've ever seen. What the hell? What the hell is that triangle? That's the worst damn triangle I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of triangles. That one's worse. Alright, what's the deal? Alright, so we start with the mid. And then we say if mid is 2, we subtract 1. Otherwise, we subtract 0. Good to go. Then we're subtracting half of the width times the value of y, which we're passing in. Okay. Then we are pushing the array from start to end. When we, first of all, let me clear this out. When we give it 5 and 5, I can't even see it anywhere. Where the heck did it go? 5 and 5, it doesn't even show. So weird. Must be just getting a lot of like nothing. What do we get from mid? Mid is width divided by 2. Yeah, that's right. Mid is 2. That's the, what you call it, modulo. That's fine. And so we're starting at a midpoint, and then we're subtracting half of the width times y. Does it behave differently for mid is 2? I wonder. It doesn't even work if it's not mid is 2. That's interesting. Alright. Seems like we're passing the wrong thing in here. Width, height. No, that's right. Then we're iterating through the width. So in theory, like for if we have a triangle that has a width of, let's say, 5, then the first thing that we get from this, which I guess we can step through the formula. The first thing that we get from this should be hold on, I'm sorry. If it's 5, then it should be 3, because there's 2 on either side. There's got to be a cool. There's definitely going to be a cool math way to do that with modulo. Maybe absolute value. Maybe absolute value. But it's going to be a function of y, the width, and the height. I know that. If we pass in 5 and 5 and 0, let's go through that. We should just return an array that just has 3 in it, the number 3. So 5, 5, 0. Width of 5, height of 5, just for simplicity. And y, which equals 0. So we'll start here, mid, width divided by 2. I already see, like, the issue, kind of. Almost. We're going to wind up with a floating point number here. So I would say, in this scenario, what we want to do is if mid is 2... Mid minus 1? No. Math. The mid equals math dot seal mid, not minus 1. I don't know why it's doing that. We want it to seal, because in the event that we have 2.55, we want that to go to 3. And just what kind of effect does that actually have on this? Is there any noticeable effect at this point? I'm just curious. Oh, I keep forgetting it's triangle. Or we're doing rectangle. Yeah. Well, the noticeable effect is that maybe, I don't know, maybe it's broken. 1218 rudder. Hi. Hi. Thanks for joining. Good Lord. Yeah, rectangle. Oh yeah, it's broken. What's the dealio? I gotta go soon. Let me look at my fake watch and tell you that. Be nice to get this done, but got other things to do. Let's see, assign it to constant variable. That's bad. That's bad. We don't like that. No, 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 no. I'll change that to let. Very crudely. Very crudely. How am I? How's it going? It's going really good. I mean, I'm just chilling and trying to make this Lite Brite game, and it's coming along. I'm just trying to add these triangles in, which I currently have disguised as rectangles. And or this, whatever this is. I have no idea what that is. And then that, like, yeah, got a lot of work to do on the triangle. So the idea with the triangle is that we are basically doing the same loop that we would do for a rectangle, length by width, but we have a function that says get triangle rows, which is going to return from the midpoint of the row some number back and some number forward based on the row number. And I think it's 4. I think we have to divide by 4. I do. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Whatever we're doing here is wrong. Is really wrong. I mean, just for the sake of this is the zone where the problem happens right here. So if I take row.push and I just make it unconditional, like a mother's love, then it breaks, just like a son's heart. What happened? Oh, we don't have I. Yeah, okay. Derp. That was a derp moment. How's it going with you, Rudder? Rooter? Rudder has 2 Ds, so that is Rooter. Which begs the question, what are you Rooter then? What are we what is the comparative in the statement that you're trying to make? I don't know. There we go. Back to Rectangle City. And then I like showing this off. Bloop, 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 bloop. The eraser function is one of my favorite, followed by the Control-Z function. I gotta say, the eraser function is... That's gonna be... Look at that. I love it. One of the best, like, art-making interfaces. It's so fun. I mean, like, obviously it's limited in scope, but I mean, you don't use it like you use Photoshop or whatever. You just use it to make fun little Lite Brite projects. Oops. Happy little accident. I don't even know what this is at this point. A level of some sort? I don't know. I don't know. It kind of looks like a little Mario level or something. Okay. Anyway. So this is us pushing everything. We're looping through the width. So we start with 0. And we go to the end of the thing here. And we're passing Y in. So, I mean... I think that's it, dude. We got to subtract from the midpoint the value of half the width divided by 2 times y, but... And then what we're doing is if, we need an if statement. If we're in the range, then we'll be able to push. And it still makes that goofy shape again. It still makes that weird goofy shape. Do I have X and Y like mixed up? Maybe? I think so. I think my X is cleverly disguised as a Y. Huh? Huh? It's obviously not a triangle, but... Huh? It's a little bit more like a triangle than what I had before. At least it's the right orientation. Alright. Triangle, triangle, triangle. Where are you? Oh, wait, we were in rectangle. Add triangle. So... I'll go to the old default of console logging so that we can see what the heck is going on here. So we can see what the heck is going on here. I do like the idea of flooring that one. Just like shifts it to the right or whatever. It's annoying. So what happens if I get rid of this part? Oops. Rectangle. Now it's back to being a rectangle? So what, the range start is always like super low? Or something? That ain't right. No. Well, let's console log it. I said we were going to console log it. Let's console log it. Alright. Definitely need to get going soon. Alright. There we go. Negative 17.5. Negative 22. You notice anything about that? Range start, range end. The end is less than the start. I mean, so, okay. Let's just keep that in mind. That the range is less than the start. I think we need to be using absolute values here. We need to be using absolute values somewhere. Somewhere. I don't even know where though. I mean, we have a positive width. The range end. We have a negative number, right? And then we add width minus y times 2. I mean, that right there needs to be in parentheses. So that's probably why we're getting a negative number there. Looking thick. Still not a triangle, though. Why is it even that? Why is it not just mid plus? Plus 1? Sure, why not? Good lord. Okay. This is where I think we need the fourths. You know what I mean? But I did, yeah, okay, so I fixed that issue. That the range end was greater than the end start. So let's see what we get now. I guess would be the appropriate thing to do. Still not a triangle, obviously. Oh wait, yeah, that's because I have that set to rectangle for some reason. I keep forgetting that. But we still have a rectangle. Let's check the console. Lots of consoles. Huge number, by the way. Huge number. And we'll have to console log X to see what we get there. We're going deep down into this function to see what's going on with it. I think that's good. Wait, rectangle. Perfect. So our numbers are well within range. They are well within range. So it seems like what we need to do is the X needs to be transformed in this loop. For the mid, we get the width divided by 2. How is that going all the way up to that number, though? Yeah, that range is way too much. Okay. That range is way too much, is what the problem is. What do we have for the mid? What do we have for the mid? 14.5. I agree with the mid is 2 thing, except not really, because it's already sealed. That's not right. Should that be a function of X? First of all, I think we can get this outside of the loop like that, yeah, because we're not using any of the loop variables. But we need to be, right? We need to take, well, the only thing we're doing is comparing it within the function. So we're already on the Y level, and we're returning the numbers that come in this row. And the first one that we're going to return for 0 is going to be the midpoint. So that's why we're going to return something that is like, you know, a function of mid. And then also, this doesn't seem to be right. AI can take the job of games. No, it can't. I've been discussing this long enough to and you know, researching this long enough to confidently say that there is no possible way that AI is going to take your job. It's just so, when you think about it, it makes sense too, because the information is derived from human information, the information yielded by AI, whatever its output is. So, given that it's derived from human input, it can't, I mean, it comes from people. You can't get something out of nothing. All right, that's it for me. I gotta go. Got stuff to do. Maybe another stream later. I don't know. Thanks for joining. Rooter, I hope you followed. If not, I understand. Aditya, thank you for joining. Thank you for your questions. Join the next time, and yeah. Don't forget to subscribe and follow if you haven't already. Join the Discord. Got 6 people on there. Pretty sweet. All right. See you guys next time. Peace out.